Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Samuel Aziz, and today I will explain you exactly why the US is the best e-commerce market in the world to make millions of dollars in profit every single month. And I will explain you step by step how you can do it right. I will explain you how to choose the right product. I will explain you the best marketing strategy, a marketing strategy which is 100 times better than what you know right now and what you are doing right now. And of course, I will explain you how to build the perfect banking payment processing structure and much more. So just to get started, why the US? You know, I always view the perspective and the world in pros and cons. And there is no best country in everything, best business in everything. It's all has its pros and cons. And if I look, for example, at where can I make most money, I simply look at statistics, I look at history, I look at proof. So here, for example, a few books that I just read. This is Rockefeller, Letters to His Son. Not saying he was a good person, just saying that if you want to make a lot of money, you need to look at the people who make the most money, not what they do with their family or with their ethics, because there you can choose, right? You can also be instead like Muhammad Ali. It's funny because we have Muhammad Ali behind the camera. So this is the perfect person, and he was the greatest. And with his money and his influence, he spread Islam in the US and great values. So money is not good. Money is not bad. It depends on your attention, what you do with this money. But here's a good letter from Rockefeller. It says, be determined to compete. I do not go into war, but I destroy competitors. And if you just look at where most of your ideas come from, where most movies that you watched in your life come from, where most influences in general that you had in your life came from, it's all from the US. And this is why it's a great market already, because of the language. I mean, Americans, people in the UK, and people all over the world speak English, and that's why this market is so great. And just look at the proof. Rockefeller, they say he was the richest US person who ever lived, one of the richest people in general who ever lived. And Andrew Carnegie was number 2. And there you can already see all these people lived a different life. Rockefeller made a lot of bad things with his money, and he died. And I think he had no hair in the last years and was miserable. And he said it was not worth it to work that much. While Andrew Carnegie promised himself after a few years, I will only work 2 hours per day and I will get richer and richer. And he achieved this. How? He built the right mastermind community. So you have the full flexibility in the US to create whatever you want. For now, let's just take a look at facts so that you can really understand why the US market is so great. Number one, obviously, as I said, if you want to learn from somebody how to make more money, you should choose the people who makes the most amount of money. If you want to learn how to get a good body, you need to learn from the fitness coach who has the best body, and so on. And if you just look at me, for example, I 100% make more money than all of your drop shipping e-commerce gurus that you follow. Ask them for proof how much money they make. Just look at their YouTube channels. My team was looking at these channels, how they sit broke in their small room and explain something about business. They cannot explain anything about business. And I had the main advantage. I was not even in this e-commerce community, in this dropshipping community, because if I see what they do, it's full nonsense. Oh yeah, let's just find a winning product. Let's just see what works right now in some nonsense platforms. It's all nonsense. So get out of your bubble and follow the money if you want to make money. So here we have a few statistics that I read. And this is number one, world's wealthiest cities report from last year. And on number one, we have New York City with 349,500 USD millionaires and also billionaires, by the way. Behind me, we have Billionaires Row directly behind us. And this is the smallest spot with the biggest billionaire density. So just learn from these people. You don't need to learn from them how to build a family, how to not take care of your body, how to be an atheist. But for the money, you need to learn and you need to compete. Just look what Rockefeller said. You need to compete. If you think you're superior to these people, then outwork them. If these people have more money, more influence, more control than you, they outwork you and they prove that they are superior to you. How can you accept this as a man? Another letter that I read there was, I don't have the right to be poor. You don't have the right to be poor. And that's what we do here with Wealth Consulting. We build a community of righteous people, and these righteous people need to be powerful so that we can have positive influence on this world. Area number 2 is the Bay Area, so California in the US. So you see, the richest people are still from the US right now, from New York, from Beverly Hills, from Florida, and so on. These are statistics. This is not a millionaire inflow. Millionaire inflow, you know that most millionaires in the world are moving to Dubai, but this is mostly also for wealth preservation. But these people generated most of their wealth in the West. So this is really important to understand, especially for the next point that I will explain you. But just to continue, here we have the real-time billionaires list. Just look at it. Number 1, Elon Musk, $405 billion. Tesla, SpaceX. Number 2, Larry Ellison, Oracle, $282 billion. Then we have number 3, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, $248 billion. Number 4, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, $236 billion. Number 5, Larry Page, Google. Do you see something? Do you realize something? Let me continue. Number 7, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. Then we have number 8, Sergey Brin, also Google. Number 9, Steve Ballmer, Microsoft. It's all in the US. And this is something which I realized a few years ago, which was, whoa, crazy. Okay, so if I want to become a billionaire, the possibility is just much higher here than anywhere else in the world. Not telling that it's impossible somewhere else in the world, but all odds are against you. So for example, look at New York behind us. They came to New York because they have a good ground, a good foundation to build skyscrapers. And it was more easy to build skyscrapers on this ground than on some other island where the skyscrapers will fall, basically. And this is when it comes to money. And you don't need to be like these people. You don't need to have the same opinions like these people. But if you want to have money, if you want to have influence, if you want to change something in this world, still the West and democratic countries are just more easy to be influenced than the perfect countries which we recommend for actually living. And it's great because being in the US and doing business here as a non-US citizen is like a cheat code. I mean, if you see at this list, if you see at Carnegie, if you look at all these people, they are not even from the US, but they chose the US because it was so easy to make a lot of money. And you have a dream situation because at Carnegie, he needed to take a boat from Scotland. He needed to live in this poor region and work his way up while you can just relax, sit on your computer, make some business, book a call with us, set up a company here, get good banking here, and do everything remotely. And you can at the same time live in a place like the UAE, for example, where you can have zero tax, but you get all the money from the US, and that's what we always recommend to you. We always recommend set up a US LLC, make money in the US, and have a zero tax residency, for example, in the UAE. And here we have Shanghai, we have Hong Kong, and here are some books. I just read this, Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and obviously a must, The Changing World Order. And a lot of people ask us, hey, in the changing world order, should I rather sell to Asia? Should I sell to BRICS countries? And the answer is no. I love BRICS countries and I would rather live there than in the West, but we are Westerners. Do you speak Chinese? Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Indian? And so on. Probably no. All odds are against you. While here, as a non-US citizen, as an immigrant, as a person who doesn't even enter the country, you can make so much money. It's insane. You have more than 400 million people here. And if you do it right in the US, you automatically also sell a lot to the UK and a little bit to Australia, New Zealand. And if I just take a look at our clients, and there's no exception. We just saw Larry Ellison with Oracle. I'm basically like the Oracle in the e-commerce world because I manage the wealthiest e-commerce entrepreneurs, and every one of them who makes a lot of money is selling to the US, to the US market because it's so easy. And I learned over the years, the more easy a business is, the better, because the more operations you have going on, you get confused. I sell to Spain, to France, to Italy, all the different VATs, all the different languages, and still you have less sales than me just in the US, English speaking, one country, that's it. And you can never really become a master in this industry, a master in this country. And I learned there's a principle called KISS in bodybuilding. Keep it stupid simple. And I will make a deep explanation to this. The bodybuilders who just follow the simple basic plan, I eat 5 times per day, Monday chest, Tuesday back, Wednesday legs, Thursday arms, Friday shoulders, and so on. They are the most successful ones. They don't reinvent the wheel. And that's why it's great. And I see that the broke clients of us every single day, no, I also want to sell to Italy and I also want to sell to Eastern Europe and so on. But you're broke as fuck. Why are you not just selling at least to the US first? Make 3-4 million per month, make 1 million of profit per month, and then you can expand. This is the mindset that you should have. So, summary of this: focus on the US. We are still Westerners. If we like the Western countries or not, it doesn't matter, because the countries that you like, you can choose for residency. The countries that you like, you can choose to invest. The countries that you like, you can choose to build your life there, because again, you have the dream situation that you can choose the countries which generate most money, but you don't even need to live there. It's amazing. Yes, you can set up a Hong Kong Limited to sell to Europe, but if you want to make it big, if you want to make a lot of money, there's no way around the US. And if you want to have influence around the world, it's just easy to have influence through the US. And everybody who just wanted to make a war from outside and thought they don't need the West, they failed somehow. So let me explain you how you can do it right and how you make millions of profit every single month. Or do you see your wannabe gurus living like this in the best jurisdictions around the world, spending millions per month? You need millions per month just to build a lifestyle like this, to buy real estate around the world, to fly first class, to invest, to build new businesses. You need more money. And it's shocking for me, because in the past, I thought everybody makes a lot of money in e-commerce. And then I realized, because we have calls every single day, that most of these people who make 2 million, 3 million per month, they are broke. They are completely broke. They make almost no profit. So don't get scammed from these people who tell you, oh, I make a lot of profit. Yeah, I can now choose 20 random products. I can choose this candles. I can choose some new supplements, scale it to a few million, and how much profit do I make? That's really important. Here, it's just some random brand that I just try when I'm in the US. I always try some brands. It's this bulletproof brand. I don't know how this Dave Asprey is doing now, but I think he makes more money than you, probably. And he's a good example. He didn't start with this nonsense drop shipping mindset. I go to some website and then I will see which products perform. And then if the ads work, then I will focus on this. No, he was focused on one industry, building a brand and taking over the market and making 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 60 million per month. Yes, it is possible, but not with your strategy. So let's sit down and I will explain you the perfect strategy. But before we sit down again, look at this view. And this is, of course, one thing that you realize: if you have money, you can really see the best of the world. Because if you're in just today I talked to one guy who lives here and he said, bro, if you would see the real life of New York, in this like disgusting metro, in this subway, in this criminal regions, you would hate it. And I said, bro, I don't even like it like this, but at least I can see it from the ultimate dream view, not going down, just looking from above, seeing the Central Park, seeing Billionaires Row, seeing all the history. From here, it's great. It's better on the top. And it's not about you. It's about what you can do with this money. As I explained you have the choice to make more money, simply to influence the world in a positive way. And that's what we do here. We build a perfect, righteous community. But of course, social media includes some flexing. So what can I do? Then let's sit down. So number one, to make a lot of money in the US, how do you do it right? Let's start with the people who are not doing a lot of money right now in the US. Or we have a lot of clients who tell us, hey, I tried the US. I tried to make ads, but they didn't really perform well. Yeah, because you're following this nonsense drop shipping mindset of these loser coaches who are broke anyways. Just close down your business, restart, find a new product, focus on one industry, exactly how I did it, take over this industry, and then you need to find affiliates. If you don't have at least 10 affiliates who bring you in total 1 million per month, you don't have a business. If you're just a sucker of Mark Zuckerberg, and if he blocks your ads, your business is gone. This is not a real business. You need to build a real massive marketing machine to be 100% stable. And that's why you need not only ads, you also need affiliates. Our best affiliates get $100,000 per month in affiliate commission and even more. Then you need websites and SEO blogs. You need a good referral program, which is, of course, only possible if you have a good product. Let's say we from Wealth Consulting, we grow automatically because every client of us brings us new wealthy clients because the service, the product is great. And this is the same in e-commerce. So you need to build a real stable, massive marketing machine. And number two, of course, you need to build a good banking and payment processing setup. That's why I'm always still in the US solving things for business partners, for clients. And you see, I just opened a new Chase account. I opened a new credit card. And of course, you can just leverage the system. But even the fintech bank accounts are not bad, depending on you. But this is what I always recommend. Until you make 1 million per month, I even made this number now higher. You can use Slash, you can use Wise, you can use Revolut, you can use Mercury, you can use Relay. It's all fine. But then, and this is now great, now we can even help you to open remote bank accounts immediately if you have $1 million in total that you can put on your Chase account. And when you have 1 million per month, 1 million bank balance, open Chase immediately so your money is safe. If you don't have this money yet, shame on you, hustle more, get to this number so that you can open at least a proper bank account. Imagine you can't even afford a proper bank account. Like, what is this? That's what I sometimes think. How can you hustle many years and not even be able to afford a proper bank account? And then you have a real stable banking setup. So now you have a good marketing machine with real affiliates. And again, it starts with commitment, not with trying and, let's see how it goes and how the world develops and the market decide. No, you still need to commit to one industry. And whatever industry you choose to go into war, to take over this industry, not to make some ads and see what happens. And, people, let's see. Shit, somebody copied my business. Now I'm bankrupt. Stripe blocked my account. Now I don't have payment processing. Wise blocked me. Now I don't have banking. What are you doing? Are you serious? Again, just remember, 150 years ago, these people had to take a boat. For how long did they drive here? I don't know. How long was it? 2, 3, 4, 5 days? Probably half dying on the sea, and they needed to start from zero, washing dishes. And now you are in such a luxury position and you can't even cover the basics. What is this? Again, have a real marketing machine, ads, affiliates, websites. Other people need to make videos about you, referral programs. Have a real team with good employees. Have real banking. If just one blocked bank account can destroy your business, it's not a business. And you need real stable payment processing. And this will be the next video that we will film here, the ultimate private processing blueprint so that you will have never payment processing issues again. And when you cover all these things, then you have a stable business. And this is real passive income, the dream of passive income, right? It is real. It is real. You can have passive income, but only if it's a stable business. I have businesses where I don't need to work more than 30 minutes per day, but they print millions and it's stable. Nothing can happen there because we have 8 different sources of leads and clients. And these are real brands, real brands. If you build a real brand, your real product, they don't care about the competition. They can't tell me somebody who should compete against Wealth Consulting, which is even a small thing. All these loser gurus, like, what's this? It's nothing, So you need to build a real brand. Banking needs, if all this is stable, you will have a real business and can live the good life. So guys, I hope this video could help you. Subscribe to the channel. I'm really hyped about the new private processing blueprint that we will film now. So this will be one of the next videos. And if you want to learn more about how we can help you to grow and protect your wealth, then just go to wealthconsulting.com, book a call with us, and I would say see you at the call, see you in the next video, or see you in real life.